Juju Watkins, a great young player, picked Angel Reese as her WNBA Rookie of the Year. I laughed when I saw it. I said, I was going to get the Caitlin Clark, the Swifties. Remember when Kanye West dissed Taylor Swift? It was the best thing that ever happened to Taylor Swift's career. Her fans became more emboldened, more ticked off, more loyal. The best thing that ever happened to Taylor Swift was Kanye West. Her music's great. She's a great songwriter, super smart, but that emboldened her fan base. Never look back. At the time, it may have hurt, but between the Olympic snub to Caitlin Clark, which was silly, and Angel Reese potentially winning Rookie of the Year, that'd be the best thing in the world for Caitlin Clark. It would also be the best thing in the world for the WNBA. Hear me out. It's a Magic Bird thing. What made Magic and Bird last is neither truly won the who's better. Remember, people chose sides for years because they met in the NCAA finals. Magic won, but then Bird won Rookie of the Year, but then Magic won the title as a rookie, but then Bird won it the next year. 8 years, they made 7 finals. At one point, Magic on top. Then he had a bad finals. He was tragic. And then Bird was on top, and he had some injuries or underachieved in a big spot or two. It just went back and forth and back and forth. Magic never won. Bird never won. And over time, they created this friendship, and they're in McDonald's commercials together. This is great that Angel Reese, along with an Olympic snub, because right now Caitlin Clark's more popular. She's filling arenas. She's moving the attendance and the TV ratings. But if the snub plus Angel Reese winning Rookie of the Year can really change the WNBA, and it creates arguments, and arguments they're great for sports. They're both terrific players. And unlike the NBA, the WNBA draft can deliver players who are productive, culture changers, game one. They're both excellent. But I think Caitlin, the Olympic snub, and if she gets snubbed for Rookie of the Year, it just empowers her fan base and creates a true, real rivalry that's unbelievable for the league. I think I'm not joking here. Listen, I grew up with Ali Frazier. Ali won, Frazier won, Ali won. It empowered both. I mean, Joe Frazier is in the history of heavyweights. One of the reasons he's listed near the top is because the wars he had with Ali, even when he lost. So everybody's pushing back and taking sides on Angel Reese, and they're taking sides on Caitlin Clark. Go look at Magic and Bird. Magic won in college, right? He wins the college game, and Bird wins Rookie of the Year. Then Magic wins the title. Then Bird wins the next. Then Magic had a bad finals, and Bird was on top of the world. And then Magic, it just went back and forth and back, and for like 12 years. And if Bird would have gone to a crappy team, it wouldn't have helped the NBA. It would have helped the Lakers, who have always been the biggest brand, and it would have helped Magic. It was the losses and the tragic Johnson and losing every other year. If you went back to that Magic and Bird final, for a long stretch, it was Lakers, Celtics, Lakers, Celtics, Lakers. It was the push, the pull that made the rivalry and simultaneously elevated the league. I think it's great if Caitlin doesn't win Rookie, but maybe can win a playoff series. And then next year, she's an all-star. And then Angel Reese isn't an all-star. And then the next year, Angel wins a title. That would elevate the entire sport, not just make Caitlin Clark popular. And the WNBA has never made money, never made a profit as a league. This can't just be about Caitlin Clark. It can't just be about Tiger Woods. Golf had to win while Tiger won. That's the difference. UFC won, not just Conor McGregor. The key to the WNBA is, yeah, Caitlin Clark can get rich. You guys got to make money. This league's got to make a profit. You want to play in bigger arenas. And the way that happens isn't Caitlin Clark winning everything. It's Caitlin Clark with a true rival that she has to look up to occasionally. Team wins, awards, popularity. The Angel Reese dynamic here is bigger than everybody thinks. All right, here we go. On a Friday. By the way, the United States men's national team fired Greg Berhalter, so I'm sure they can just go poach the world's best coaches. It is a Friday. It is great to be here live in Los Angeles. It's The Herd. Wherever you may be and However you may be listening, thanks for making us part of your day. Jordan Schultz in tow today as usual. Blake Corum, the Michigan Wolverine rookie, stops by today. Danny Parkins, who filled in for me, great Chicago radio voice, stopping by. Sam Smith, longtime NBA writer. We got the Summer League. We got the Olympic team. And tomorrow, the Baltimore Ravens open their camp for the rookies. So this is sort of the last day for sports talk radio in America without heavy NFL. From this point forward, that's the thing that moves the needle. It's a lot of NFL talk. But I thought, Jordan, I'm going to start today with an NFL topic. Okay, we're going to start with an NFL topic today. So Aaron, I saw him in a golf tournament. Aaron Rodgers yesterday at a golf tournament. And because Aaron was always a very, very polarizing player because he was good looking and kind of cocky. And he replaced Favre, and he's always been polarizing. Then he comes in with strong political opinions and vaccine opinions. Now he's like wildly crazy polarizing. I got no problem with that. I don't care. I can disagree with him on his politics and his vaccine. I don't care. He's a real talented guy. But Mark Schlereth was, on his personal podcast talking about, like, at Thanksgiving, there's a grown-up table and a kids table. And if you're talking all-time great quarterbacks, Aaron would be at the kids' table, and that'll be viewed as anti-Aaron. But one of the reasons I didn't buy into Aaron going to the Jets and changing the world is I view Aaron as almost, and I felt like this with Odell Beckham Jr., he's almost an NBA brand. That he wins awards, he's aesthetically pleasing, he got very rich, but I don't consider him an all-time great team guy, and football's our team sport. And here's a great example. So Aaron's early career, he sits on the bench for 3 years behind a legend, and his rookie year, he's 6-10. So if you take his prime years from year 5 in Green Bay, got a slower start, and to year 17 where he won MVP. Because people tend to, Michael Jordan, nobody remembers the Wizard years. We don't talk about the years he got beat by Boston and Detroit. We go to your prime years. So let's go to Aaron's 13 years of prime football. He had 21 playoff games, 11-10. Lost several times at home as a favorite. He lost at home to old Tom Brady, Jimmy Garoppolo, Colin Kaepernick. In 21 playoff starts, he had one come from behind win. Brady had 9 times that. Mahomes is just going into his prime. He's got 5 times that. Aaron was always, as a quarterback, a front runner. When the weather was good, when things were good, when he had a lead, these aren't opinions, these are facts. In 13 years, he had 1 playoff run. He's very much an NBA star, where he's aesthetically pleasing. He's pretty to watch. He got rich. He's got a big brand. But if you look at the all-time great quarterbacks, you got to do better than 1 trip to a Super Bowl in 13 years. Marino and Aaron are kind of those guys we look at and go, you had good coaches. You had stability. You had good offensive lines. What the hell happened? I was looking this morning at Super Bowl appearances for many of the great quarterbacks. Brady had 10, Elway 5, Montana 4, Bradshaw 4, Peyton Manning 4, Staubach 4, Jim Kelly, Aikman, Big Ben, Kurt Warner, Tarkenton 3, 4. Aaron had 1. And remember, he played in the mostly weak division where the Bears and the Lions were always a mess, and Minnesota was never great, so he got home field a lot. Green Bay also has a decided home field advantage because it's the coldest place in the league outside of Buffalo. He had 2 offensive coaches, 3 if you count his first coach as a rookie. He always had good offensive lines, and the Packers are always stable. They're never a tire fire. Maybe some years the defense isn't as good as we think. So in 13 years of prime, he was a 500 playoff quarterback, 21 games, 1 come from behind playoff win. That's what he is. So why don't you buy into the Jets? I don't like their offensive line, and I always thought Aaron was kind of a Aaron guy and not necessarily a foxhole guy. He's not Mahomes, who plays from behind as well as he plays with a lead. He's not Brady, who's better in his biggest games. He doesn't have the intellect of Manning or the size and the mobility of Big Ben. He's not Aikman, the leader. or as tough as Bradshaw. It's not a criticism. It's just my eyes. So, when everybody looks at Aaron Rodgers and the opinions, like, why don't I buy the Jets? Well, because